Welcome to Miss Annette's little farm in the big city. Can you believe it? Just a few days ago we were having a winter wonderland, and now it's melt. Everything is melting and it is 50 degrees outside. Crazy, right? Well, it's still a little bit too cool to do any gardening or anything like that. So today I thought I would talk a little bit about why here on the little farm we only have girls. No boys allowed, except for dogs and husbands. I just picked up my mail and I just got my first seed order. So of course, first things first, we gotta open it up and look what's inside. Look how cute that is. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna save that if I can. Because I do send out packages once in a while. How cute is this? Let's see what we got. Oh, this is really exciting. I'm gonna wait for that to be at the last. So I think these must be free because I don't remember ordering those. But I did order some sunflowers, some plants for my medicinal garden, some marigold seeds. What else did I get? Oh, yes, soybeans, and let's see what else I have. Got some sweet peas. This must be a free cabbage. Well, that's good. That'll be handy in the fall. And spoon tomatoes. How fun. Sunflowers. And balloon flowers. Some cosmos. Basil. And some more sunflowers. So I don't remember ordering those. Well, now, got my seeds, so that's really exciting. I have the garden all planned out. Of course, it's a little bit too early to think about that, but I got this. I got some sourdough starter. I've been wanting to start some sourdough, and I've been researching it and seeing people, and it can go from very simple to very complicated, and I wanted simple. There are a lot of reasons why we don't have males on the little farm. Let's talk about why we don't have any male goats on the little farm first. The goats on the little farm initially were to serve the purpose of providing the little farm with goat's milk so that we can make cheese and all the byproducts that you can make with fresh milk. Well, that didn't quite work out for us, and we are not very good homesteaders. When I tell you this story, you will realize why. And like I said, we had plans for these girls. When we got them, they were only 10 weeks old. So we've raised them since they were babies. They're actual sisters, same mom and same dad. They're twins, as a matter of fact. And they've been together their whole lives. When we got the goats, like I said, we had every intention of getting the byproducts of milk. But as we learned more about goats and learned more about what it would take to breed the goats and how we would have to have a male here to breed the goat, the more we learned about male goats, the more we were very sure we wouldn't be able to have them. First of all, they would require their own paddock, because if we left them with the females all the time, they would be pestering the girls. We wouldn't want to continually breed our goats, so in between breeding, we'd have to keep them apart, feed and care for the male. Goats are social and require interaction with their species, so keeping them separated would cause them distress, and we only have room for 2 goats on our little farm. And then the babies. What do you do with the babies once you get a whole litter of baby goats. Have you ever seen a baby goat? They are so cute, so cute. So then that would lead us to, number one, we would eventually have to take the kids away from the mamas, which would cause the goats to be upset, right? And when goats are upset, they're very vocal about it. Okay. And then once we take the babies away, we would have to find a good home for them. You know, all the things that come with the responsibilities of animals, we would want to make sure that we found people that would be responsible to take care of animals. Now, you'd have to breed your goat every year, every 2 years, every so often. You would have to keep breeding it to keep the milk flow going. And that would cause another problem here on the little farm. Space for mama and her babies. We just don't have the space. So we decided not to get a male. We decided not to breed our goats. And like I said, that makes us kind of a bad homesteader, but that's okay. We're fine. We don't really use a whole lot of milk products or cheese anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. You know, we weren't planning on selling anything, so it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. And the goats turned out to be wonderful. They're so sweet and gentle. So when we take them to schools, or when school children come here, or when families come here to visit, the goats are a hit because they are so sweet and it's so unusual. So they earn their keep in a different way other than providing us with milk. Also, having these big mammals outside kind of makes the hawks weary of coming and trying to attack our ducks and chickens. We haven't lost a duck and a chicken to a hawk since we got the goats. And these girls are 5 years old now, so that's pretty good. Now, when it comes to the chickens, the female, the hens, are the only ones that lay the eggs. The males do not lay eggs. Therefore, they're not really as useful on a homestead as the female chicken will be. The male chicken is called a rooster, and the roosters will fertilize the eggs. So when you don't have a rooster, your eggs are not fertilized, and there's no danger of having chicks. When you have roosters, then you can have fertilized eggs and you can have chicks. You can kind of grow your own chickens. But like I said, here on the little farm, we only have so much space. So having baby chicks every year would not be a very good idea because we would be overrun with animals. And then again, the same old story, trying to find a home for those animals, especially for roosters. Male animals are just not as wanted on a farm. And it's kind of the same thing with our ducks. We are not ready to start raising babies here on the little farm. We don't have space. I don't have time. I just don't think it's a good idea. Now, another thing about the male birds, the roosters and the male ducks, I don't know where the ducks went, they're kind of aggressive. And that makes it a little bit harder when our whole philosophy here on the little farm is to share our farm with the community. And if we had aggressive animals here on the little farm, that wouldn't work very well for us either. So that's another reason why there are no males here on the little farm. Even bees are very selective about having males in their colony. In the late fall, you'll start seeing a lot of dead bees. And those bees are usually the drone bees, because the honeybees all have a job. The drone's job is a very simple one. His job is to mate with the queen. During the winter time, the queen does not lay eggs. The eggs that she lays in the fall will be the bees that will carry her through winter. And since the drone has no other job but to mate with the queen, then he is an unnecessary visitor in the colony of bees. So the bees will kill the drones or chase the drones out of the hive. So the colony during the wintertime is almost all female. I think that's a funny thing about bees. A lot of homesteaders have males, and it works perfectly fine for them. It just doesn't work fine for us. It's just not something that works here on our farm for us. And like I've said before many times, you have to do what's right for you. Because after all, it's your homestead. It's your life's work. And you have to make it tailored to you. Just like we did here on the little farm. It's tailored to us. But I just thought I'd share with you, because we get a lot of, when we get visitors, they want to know, where's the chicks, or do you get milk? And a lot of people don't understand. We don't get those things if we don't have males. And we don't have any males. And I will always say, there aren't any males on the little farm. And people will still say, well, do you get milk? Or do you get chicks? Even after I tell them that. So it's kind of something that not everybody knows about, that you need a male to fertilize, you need a male to have babies. Not everyone understands that as far as farm animals, for some reason. Well, there you go, another full day here on the little farm. Thank you for stopping by and visiting me here on the Sannucks little farm in the big city. Try to get outside today if you can. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. And we'll see you next time. Bye! Love you. Come on, you need to get out of there. You can't eat my strawberries. Come on. Come on, get out of the garden. You too. Only duckies allowed. Come on. Come on. Come out. Naughty. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, naughty girls. Come on. Come on. Come on, Leche. Good girl. Don't say thank you for listening. Come on. Come on. Come on, naughty girl.